Welcome to Unit 2 in our, sorry, I forgot where I was for a second, in our pre-algebra course. In this video, we're going to be talking about integers and absolute value. That's two concepts. We're going to talk about what an integer is and what absolute value is. We're going to do an example or two or 10 or, whatever. And then we're going to be done with this video. Let's jump in. So, what is an integer? Well, to answer that, let me ask you this. What is a whole number? All right, so we're going to start out our discussion of integers with a definition of something else. So what is a whole number? Whole numbers. You're probably screaming at the screen and saying, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, etc. And you'd be right, except you're missing one. I know you're missing one, because I know things. Maybe you're not. Let me know down in the comments if you didn't miss one. And the one you're missing is 0. Whole numbers are the natural numbers plus 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Right? It's all of those. Now, integers, on the other hand, are whole numbers, but let me write this down. Integers are whole numbers, but positive and negative. So integers are positive and negative whole numbers. Okay, now, so if we write that out, it's kind of a set like this. It'd be -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. In both directions this time. We go from negative infinity all the way to positive infinity. No fractions. Only whole numbers, but this time positives and negatives. And that's all an integer is. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? So the other part of this video and the other definition that we're going to get in here is what is absolute value. I was going to put this on the bottom, but I think I'm going to make and clear this and do a brand new screen. So absolute value. First of all, let's start with the symbol for absolute value. The symbols for absolute value are lines that look like this, two straight up and down lines. Now, we're going to teach absolute value with we're going to jump in straight with some kind of examples. And so we're going to start out with what is the absolute value of -3? Absolute value of -3 is +3. So what's the absolute value of -5? It's +5. Easy peasy. Right? What's the absolute value of -x? +x. That's right. What's the absolute value of 6? If, as I'm guessing you did, you put -6, that'd be wrong. The absolute value of 6 is +6. The absolute value of y equals y. So what does the absolute value do? Well, the absolute value takes everything or anything inside of it and it turns it positive. So it takes and it turns, let me clear this again. So the absolute value takes anything that is positive or negative and it turns it positive. That's a stupid looking plus. Oh well, there it is. So that's what absolute value does. So let's look at an example. All right? So our example that we're going to do is evaluate. One of our favorite words right now. Evaluate 6 plus the absolute value of x if x equals -2. So what do we do when we're doing these substitution problems like this? Well, we first of all rewrite it, but with parentheses wherever the variable is. So 6 plus absolute value, parentheses, absolute value, and then we're going to take and we're going to substitute this guy in where the parentheses are, -2. All right, now there's no plus or minus or anything outside this parentheses, so we don't really care about it that much, but it's good to stay in that habit. So what is the absolute value of -2? It's +2, right? So 6 plus 2 equals 8. That's it. No big deal. Integers, positive, negative, whole numbers, absolute value. Anything inside turns it positive. There we go. That's it. If you're one of my students, I'll see you in class. Do your homework, all the things. If you're not one of my students, thanks for joining us. This entire pre-algebra course is available for free here on YouTube, at least the lecture part anyway. If you want to see what else we're doing, price problems and all these other things, you can check it out at emberlearninglabs.com. Thank you guys. Have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe and like and all those things. Bye-bye.